one-loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. 26-yard line. Chase Brown gets the call. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jamar Chase is so good. Oftentimes you feel like you almost take him for granted because you expect 1,000 yards or more each and every season, and that's exactly what he's done since he became a Bengal.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here we go. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Big 13. From midfield now, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he got more down before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Here we go. This is Brown going up the middle. Now a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Play action. It's Burrow.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, can.
An inside give, Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a first and goal.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here we go, here we go. Back. Right 80.
Brown will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Here we go.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Complete to Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase,
Cincinnati.
his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Texans, nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. In motion left is Higgins. Burrow on play action. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Running right, here's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
You look at the defense for these Texans. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
2nd and 9. Now Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Texans nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Closed and my heart open just to get this off my chest and let my heart broken. Seeing how goofies a move for the green. Saying
the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
11. On the quick, right? Tony, south.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
On EA Sports. Second quarter from Houston, it's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Stroud and company going for it. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And no one happier C.J. Stroud was drafted than Nico Collins, because he's had over 1,000 yards each season since Stroud came to town. What a great relationship those two have. Almost symbiotic in what they get done.
They'll run on first down with Wright to the 36-yard line. Stop there. The Texans had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
They'll go again here with Wright. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. As Stroud now to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. The Bengals drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. This is 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they throw it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll work the middle here with Wright. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Complete to Wright. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Flushed out right. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Stroud looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing now is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've got their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Right is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Stroud. Dropped back at the 15-yard line. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Stroud to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And he's brought down can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. From the gun, a give to Brown.
And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Now it's Burrow.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Jamar Chase
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
Texans, nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston.
Jalen Wright
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Texans 7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
In motion left is Higgins.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked up by the locksmith, Kamari Lassiter. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a give to right. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now 4th down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They'll run for it. Here's Wright.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Wright.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 19-yard line.
116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz from 19 yards away. And the Texans are back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, after watching him ready to fail that many times and putting ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And still fighting. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the Texans' 34-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Those are some of the easiest yards this quarterback will ever throw for. He gets it to his man behind the line of scrimmage and then lets him do the rest. He wasn't able to break it for a huge gain, but it was enough for the 1st down.
Here's Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he will take it all in for Texans touchdown. Chase Brown, 30 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Texans 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and they're right back where they started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly right. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Stroud. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 18. That's it. Texans.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A give up from middle to right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Stroud. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On the give, this is right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to right. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Stroud off the play fake. And he'll take this one in for the Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Burrow on play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniel Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. Stroud to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They'll give this to Wright, running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Stroud He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
A nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Big 13. Big 13.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This is Brown going up the middle. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Here we go. Here we go. 180.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. A second down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
An inside give, Brown. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
Here we go with Burrow. Steps away. And this is going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
A 21-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking a 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19. What's that? 19 Texans.
They'll start on the ground with Wright.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Stroud.
44-yard line.
They'll get this complete to Collins.
That one won't be in any highlight packages, but it did its job. They knew where the first down marker was and were able to pick it up with the short pass.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down.
And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud to throw it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Bengals 31, Texans 27. Kaimi Fairbairn in the kickoff for Houston.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
And he will have the Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First down.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Bengals, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.